Hi, my name's Matt and I'm a curator in the exhibitions branch at the National Library. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about a collection that I'm particularly interested in and how we displayed it in one of our galleries. The collection is one of around about 1,000 photos that were taken as part of the Regional Centres and Major Towns project that was commissioned by the library in the mid-1990s. So the library commissioned photographers to go to about 100 different towns. So they took pictures of places as diverse as this boys club here, a bowls club, an RSL club, your Olympic pool, fire stations, but they also took pictures of the representative architecture in these towns. A Spanish mission style house, California bungalow, something more elaborate from the Edwardian times, and something which seems, which to me is particularly interesting, the only picture I could find in the collection taken by a woman of a house designed by a woman. Now, I found this collection particularly interesting and I thought it was worth displaying in the gallery. But do we just show one picture? Do we show 5 or 6? We obviously can't show all of them, so what do we do? I thought that one wouldn't be enough because it didn't really give a sense of the scope of the collection. And I guess even though there's a chance that someone could think that it would be repetitive to show several of them, when I was scoping the collection, I felt a different way. The more I looked at the collection, I found I was getting an emotional connection to a lot of the pictures. One like this reminded me of a house on my grandfather's street. This reminded me of the drive-in that I went to with my family in another town that I lived when I was growing up. This particular lunch bar reminded me of a place that I hung out with a friend when we went on a holiday down to the coast. So I was having these connections and I thought perhaps our visitors would as well. So the objective was to try and get as many of the images onto one wall as possible, which is why we went for this grid type display. That way we thought a visitor could range over and pick out their own little memories. But we also noticed that it provided some really interesting formal juxtapositions and rhymes between line and colour, light and shade, that we thought would tie the collection together a little bit more. So if you can't come in and see this display, the collection from the project is actually online. You can see it in our catalogue. So I would recommend that you get online, search for the town that you grew up in or one that you visited a lot, and maybe you'll find a building that will strike or lead to a similar memory that I had.